And welcome to another live stream watch long reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to FC Cincinnati versus Inter Miami CF Eastern Conference Semifinals MLS Cup Playoffs 2025. The first of two Eastern semifinals today and the second of four conference semifinals this weekend. Of course, Vancouver won on penalties last night to move on to the Western Conference final. We'll find out who their opponent will be tomorrow, but we will find out by the end of the night, what the Western or the Eastern Conference final will look like. It's going to be one of the four of Cincinnati, Miami, Philly, and NYCFC. Will Miami outplay Cincinnati? I think we know that the Union have a very good chance to win theirs, especially with the injuries that have happened to NYCFC throughout the recent weeks and during the international break, losing their best striker and one of their best midfielders, and then being on the road as well. Could be interesting to see where this is going, but FC Cincinnati contra Inter Miami CF and MLS Cup Playoff. Conferencia Semifinales. Cincinnati local, Miami visitar. Ganador avanzar Conferencia final contra Philadelphia o NYCFC. Es hoy definir de la Conferencia final. Dos partidos es hoy la noche. Both East matches are tonight. We will find out what the Eastern Conference final will be by the end of the night, of course, and who will host it and who will play it. How we doing, Dillon? How we doing? Doing the coach jersey, the coach jacket shorthand, eh? Ain't ya? Okay. Okay. With that being said, we will talk about starting 11s in seconds for this matchup. Here we go. For FC Cincinnati, we have Roman Celentano in goal. The back three of Teenage Hadebi, Miles Robinson, Hagland, former Toronto FC player. At least some of our former players are getting success, unlike the team. Midfield five, Lucas Engel, Samuel Guidi, Evander, Pavel Bucha. We have Ender Echenique, who played against Canada during the friendly. And the midfield are the front two, Brenner and Kevin Denke. For Miami, we have Rocco Rios Novo, back five of Marcelo Weingart, Maxi Falcon, Sergio Busquets, Noah Allen, Jordi Alba. The midfield three of Tadeo Allende, Rodrigo De Paul, Baltazar Rodriguez. Wait, they're not playing. Oh, Busquets is in the back. Okay. Well, at least that's up to Flop Mob. Front two, Lionel Messi and Matteo Silvetti. All right. So we have there. Let's see if Miami is more trustable in playoff moments than Cincinnati. The battle of the bottlers here. This is the battle of the bottlers. The two teams who do not know how to play playoff or knockout football. Who is more trustable? I think it's Miami, but we'll find out. If you remember the last time these two teams played in knockout football against each other, the Open Cup semifinal in 2023, Cincinnati had the lead and blew it to Miami. Like right after the Leagues Cup was over. So, just saying. It's not out of the realm of possibility that could happen again. Again, if it's tied after 90, we go to extra time. It's one and dones, and we go to extra time after 90 if things are tied. We shall see how things go in that way. But we'll find out. Here we go. Habs are expected to sign Texier. Okay. So, no book. That's for the next match. We review that Philly NYCFC match. Live for that as well, but we review it at the end, and we'll be back tomorrow for San Diego, Minnesota. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah. Here we go. The second of 4 conference semis. Thanksgiving weekend, we're going to have the conference finals. American Thanksgiving weekend, we'll have the conference finals and the Qatar Grand Prix, which, by the way, if you care about that, Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri both got disqualified last night from the Grand Prix for plank wear. So Lando could still clinch the championship in Qatar, but Piastri and Max are tied in second and third place with points, and Oscar's ahead due to Grand Prix wins. It's going to be interesting. We'll be live for both Qatar and Abu Dhabi, but certainly the title won't be decided with the sprint. Wasn't going to be even if things didn't change, but now it certainly won't be. The Grand Prix could still decide the results of the World Driver Championship. Or we might see something that sends it to Abu Dhabi, which will be live for Abu Dhabi either way, but it'd be nice. Starting 11s once again. Roman Celentano. The back 3 of Hadebi, Robinson, Hagland. Engel, Giddy, Bucha, Echenique. The midfield 4. In the midfield, the 10 is Evander. And the forwards, Brenner and Kevin Denke. Brenner, the hero in Game 3 for Cincinnati against Columbus. What will he do here? Miami, they're starting 11. Rocco Rios Novo in goal. Alba, Allen, Falcon, Weingart, the back 4. So it's a midfield 3 of Baltazar Rodriguez, Sergio Busquets, Rodrigo De Paul. And up top, Tadeo Allende, Matteo Silvetti, and Lionel Messi. Yep. This should be a good match tonight. I would agree. And the Leafs still suck. So, again, I cannot believe it. Stadi on the bench, Suarez on the bench. Segovia on the bench is a choice, but okay. Should be interesting. Who's going to move on? If Philadelphia loses to NYCFC, either of these teams will host the Eastern Conference Final. If Philadelphia wins, they'll have to go to Philly no matter who. So it's probably they're going to Philly, but Colorado best record, we play Chicago tonight. Yeah, the Avalanche might win the Cup this year. Evander is the player to watch for Cincinnati. Scored 2 goals versus Miami in the regular season, Evander. Evander. CR7 scored a beauty bicycle kick earlier. Surprised I haven't seen that. And then for Miami, it's, of course, Lionel Messi. Of course. Of course it's Messi. Oh, you can tell. Of course it is. Leads playoffs in goals and assists. 5 and 3. And teams are walking out, and here we go. I picked Miami to win the tie before the round, of course, and I'm sticking with it. I trust them more. In the Battle of the Bottlers, I trust Miami more. I trust them more. Miami's looked really, I know it was Nashville, but Miami's looked really good this playoffs, I have to admit. I have to admit, Miami's looked really good this playoffs. Cincinnati, on the other hand, I'm going to be honest. Cincinnati still looks milquetoast. Even with their wins at home, they were still milquetoast level wins. So, do that what you will. That's crazy. Philly NYCFC is the only game on TSN. I wonder if the Vancouver game was on TSN last night. I would hope so. KC actually looked good today, I have to say. Indianapolis, they're starting to look a bit fraudulent. I'm not going to lie. Which is not surprising to me because I could have told you the whole season that Indianapolis was fraudulent. But you know what? It wasn't. And Toronto, the Leafs are now last place in the Eastern Conference. They're only ahead of St. Louis, Vancouver, Calgary, and Nashville. I cannot believe the Leafs are in the freaking conversation to get Gavin McKenna. Man, we wasted freaking Jesus Christ, man. How we doing, William? But you know what? Man, if you told me, like, while the Jays were in the World Series, I know the Patriots won. I'm happy about it. I'm very happy about it, even though the Leafs, I just read something that pissed me off about the Leafs. That's why I'm mad. Either way, didn't sleep that well either. Didn't help. That's my own fault. But either way, that's more my own fault than anything else. But either way, Steelers lost, though. Yeah, I mean, here's the problem, though. They look like utter shit. And even when the guys that were healthy that got injured, people are like, well, wait till the guys who got injured come back. They look like shit, too. Except for what? Brandon Carlo? Well, no. My bad. Tanev looked good. Carlo was okay. Well, no, Carlo was okay. Either way, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do, frankly. If you told me that the Raptors have a better chance right now of me being live for them during the playoffs in the spring than the Leafs, I would have called you crazy. If the Raptors make the playoffs and the Leafs don't, I will go live for Raptors playoff games. Don't worry. Oh, and also, if the Leafs or if the Raptors if the Raptors make the NBA Cup semifinals, I'll be live for that. And if they make the NBA Cup final, I'll be live for that. Because it is a trophy. Even if it's an in-season cup. Let's see. Who wins next Sunday night? Broncos or Commanders? Broncos. The Broncos beat the Commanders. Honestly, and you want me to go there, I do think Commanders. I do have Indian North or native blood. I have native blood. Choctaw. Just to be clear. But now I do believe that the Commander's name, that was a name change that should have happened. Cleveland, them wanting to stop the Braves from being the Braves, that's kind of. But no, Washington should have changed their name. That was right. There's some that I don't totally. I feel are a little bit overreacting. Washington, no, they needed to change their name. But they did. They did. But Broncos win. I saw they did, yes, and I'm happy about it. I don't think a certain somebody cares that they did. Even for, well, maybe for city pride, a certain somebody cares, but you know, do they even care about the sport of football, soccer? Besides the fact that I love it, no, they don't. No, they don't. Would they give a rat's ass if I didn't love the sport? No, they would not. No, they would not. They probably don't even know the Riverhounds exist until today. Or until last week when they made the final. Drew Fisher, the referee. So do that what you will. That's a good point. Oh, well, I didn't know that. And we're off. I just have what, like, I mean, compared to you, I only have a couple of drops of native blood, but it's, I still have some, though. I still have some. Miami playing forward. Like, but either way, we're off. Playing forward, Miami. Alba with the ball. Must be cold in Cincinnati because I see some long sleeves. Well, it's not that far. Yeah, about 40 to 50s degree weather. That's not cold to me. I mean, I guess for a guy like Jordi Alba, like 50-something degrees is cold to him because he's lived most of his life in Spain. 50 degrees. Okay, there we go. It's not cold to me. 10 degrees Celsius, 50 Fahrenheit is not cold to me. It's not. It's not. It's not. I'd still probably be wearing sweatpants, but could I get away wearing shorts if I wanted to? If I wanted to make a point, yeah, I probably could. Outdoors in 50-degree weather, I could probably do it. 50 isn't cold. It's not. 10 degrees Celsius, 50 Fahrenheit is not cold. It's not cold at all. Come on. Now, you want to talk about, like, yeah, I agree. Echenique crosses, that'll be clear by Miami. Like, I'll say for me, once you get to like 3 Celsius, 0's 32. Once you get to like 3 or 4 Celsius, then I'm gonna start complaining about cold. You get to 0 and under, I'm certainly gonna complain. Or at least wear cold weather stuff. I can't negotiate that. I have to wear a coat. I have to wear sweatpants and such. Once you get to like 0, like 3 degrees Celsius to like, well, of course, below 0. But right now, I could negotiate it if I wanted to. Playing forward, I could if I wanted to. There's a line. 50 is not cold. It's not cold. Four minutes in. Playing forward. Now, again, if you ask a certain somebody, they might think 50 degrees and 10/10 Celsius is cold. That's on them. Shot blocked away. I might ask that question just to see the answer, actually. I might ask that question just to see the answer. Corner for Miami, actually. Is 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius cold to you? Yeah, no, I should ask that question. I wouldn't put him on if I was Mascherano. Suarez ain't worth shit no more. I wouldn't put him on unless Messi gets hurt. Because for some reason he plays well when Messi can't play. But if Messi's on the pitch, I'm putting him on. Corner crossed in. That's out for a goal kick. Well, Garber's going to retire as commissioner very soon anyway, but I plead. I either look like a hypocrite or I piss people off with my answer. I plead the fifth. I can't win either way. Like, I answer that question, I can't win either way. I either look like a hypocrite or I piss people off with my answer. I can't win either way. Because I hate being a hypocrite, and I think it's. I hate hypocrite. I hate hypocrisy. And if I piss people off with the other answer, I'm going to plead the fifth. Because I don't win either way answering that question. I'm either a hypocrite or I piss people off. I don't win either way. So I plead the fifth. Echenique with a header, shot over the bar. No answer. I just hope Don Garber retires within a reasonable amount of time. And I hope the new commissioner is a better commissioner. Vamos, Miami. So, yeah, we'll leave it at that. I can't wait till Don Garber retires. And I hope the new commissioner is better. Of course, Garber leaves the other guy to have to handle a failure of a new schedule. Well, of course he would do that. Of course he'd up and run. He even knows this new schedule is going to be a disaster. He even knows it. He's going to leave the new guy to handle a freaking absolute failure. Amazing. I didn't think Garber would be that honorless. I realized he was a puppet. I didn't think he was that less of honor. I didn't think he was that. I don't think Dempsey would do it. See, I love Clint Dempsey. Dempsey is too hot-headed. Like, I don't think he wants, part of the commissioner's job is to be the shield for the owners and their bad decisions. I don't think Dempsey would willingly do that. It'd be awesome to watch him be the commissioner because I think he knows the sport well, but Dempsey's too hot-headed. Like, that is not the job for him at all. Dempsey is too hot-headed. That's what made him him. Do you think he would willingly be the shield for the owners? You think Clint Dempsey would do that? You don't know Clint Dempsey. You do not. You do not. Like, I think if you want to go with an MLS legend, if you want to go player, I love Dwayne De Rosario. I love him. He's more the guy you want. I think D-Ro loves the sport, and he can be a little bit more diplomatic. And he's a very good ambassador. You want a guy who's a former player who's a legend from that era? Yeah, D-Ro. Dempsey would light a fire and throw the freaking Molotov cocktail every time he got a chance if he disagreed. Figuratively, not literally. You think he'd be a good commissioner? I'd love it just to see the freaking absolute carnage that he put out, but I'd love to see Dempsey as the commissioner just to see the carnage. I'd love to see Dempsey be the commissioner just for the carnage that he'd set up. Like, if he disagreed, the freaking warpath he'd be on, but that's not the job. It'd be hilarious. And I'd probably agree with him 100% of the time. And then you'd have, and if a certain pirate was called, that certain pirate would throw fire on the flames because that's one, I agree. One, that pirate agrees. Second of all, that pirate is a shit talker. He can't help but run his mouth. Even if he knows he shouldn't. So, as I said, he should not play unless Messi gets hurt. Because for some reason he's good when Messi can't play. Other than that, keep him on the bench. Why is he not retiring? Why? See, here's the thing I don't get. I get why Busquets is retiring. Because he's a pylon at this point. But Jordi Alba retiring? I don't understand it. When Suarez has nothing to give, but Jordi Alba still seems to have something to give. I don't know why he's retiring. That one made no sense to me. That one still shocks me. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yes. I guess that was a GTA reference. Yes. Miami and Messi coming to Colorado next year. Yeah, and Toronto's going to St. Louis. Messi. Big up. 11 minutes in. I'd say Miami's been slightly the better team. Still close to 50-50. Ball crossed in. Header. Portland's going to Miami. Well, that should be interesting. I know. And wasn't Drew Moore? I think Drew Moore was on that squad, wasn't he? And correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't Marvell Wynn on the Rapids squad that year? Saved by Rocco Rios Novo, wasn't he? What? I'm either blanking, but wasn't he? Though? Now I gotta look this up. It's gonna fuck me up until hold on. I know Drew Moore was on that squad. Former Toronto FC player. I'd say he's a legend for both clubs, in my opinion. My opinion, he's a legend for both clubs. Yep. Drew Moore was. And yes, he was. Marvell Wynn was on the Rapids that year too. Yep. Former Toronto FC player, by the way. We traded him there. For LaBraca. I know, that's why I know. Yeah, there you go. Yep. What? I don't remember that. I remember the LaBraca trade. Jesus Christ. I feel like, oh yeah, no, I really hated that trade in the moment. Yep, there you go. That's why. Yeah. I'm still pissed about that one. Okay, there you go. Got tickets to see Miami and Colorado. Will be wearing the Miami jersey to the game. It'll be the pink one. Current pink or like one of the last pink ones. I think they're still keeping the jersey they have this year, aren't they? They're having a new away jersey next year, right? Is that what you told me? Vlog it. I agree. Oh my gosh. Playing forward. Cincinnati, did we even play y'all when he was the coach? Did we? I don't even remember at this point. It would have sucked. But as I've admitted, Armas wasn't the problem. He got screwed. They wanted Bradley the whole time, and they were waiting him out. And they knew Armas wouldn't make the playoffs with the squad they gave him. They screwed him. That's all I'm saying. I think they wanted him to fail. The more I think about it, the more I think they wanted him. Now, only winning 2 games is absolutely horrible. I mean, you can't really defend that. But the squad he got, trying to play the way that he wanted them to play, I feel like he got screwed. And that Leon tie kind of shows you how he got screwed. Because him playing the TFC2 guys they looked good. Because they had energy. They could run. They could play that system. Then you had to play the old guys because they finally got healthy. Because they were the veterans that won the cup with the team, or they were in playoff runs with the team, and it looked worse. I mean, I think he got screwed, personally. The more I think about it. He did play us when we had Armas. I was at the game. Okay. It must have been Vancouver, Real Salt Lake, Portland, San Diego, Dallas. No. Well, Dallas was last year. They're all melding together at this point. I think it was 24. I think it was 2024. We played 6 Western teams, and I don't think Vancouver at home, Minnesota at home, Portland at home, San Diego away, RSL away, and LAFC away. See, it was last year. We beat Toronto in the preseason too, 24. Colorado beat Toronto last year. That was when Insigne and Berna were still together. Yeah, I was like, no, they did. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yep. And that's when the Rapids were really good. And I think it was in Colorado. But yeah, you said you were at the game. Yeah, it was in Colorado then. Cross in, header, shot, goal, and Miami takes the lead. Lionel Messi with a header. I can't believe it. 0-1, Cero Uno, ball crossed in, and Messi scores. It's 0-1 for Miami. That was after we lost Bombito. So, yep, that was after the Copa. Messi scores 0-1. Yeah, Miami's been the better team for the first 20 minutes. So, I just can't believe Messi scored a header. I mean, I knew it would be Messi. I'm surprised it was a header. I know, you were good last year. Y'all were good last year. You made the Champs Cup because of it. Playing forward. Silvetti with a cross. Awesome cross by Silvetti. Messi with a perfect run. This Silvetti kid is really good. He's really good. Messi with the assist to Silvetti, and then he got it back. Okay. This Silvetti kid is really good. I'm just saying. And it's 1-0 for Miami. 0-1, Cero Uno, Miami. 20 minutes in. Let's hope they don't blow it like Vancouver did. I mean, at least up till the penalties. Vancouver blew it up to the penalties, so to speak. Really nice cross. That was amazing. Hey, then Sun should be banned too. Because I know LAFC lost. I know he missed his penalty, but Human Son right now is a better player than Messi is. Right now. In my opinion. Like, on pure form, Son is better than Messi right now. I bet they both could still be playing in Europe, but I feel like Son's better right now. I'm gonna be honest. I'm going to be honest. I know that pissed off the Messi stands, but I'm calling it like I see it. I think Son is the better player right now. I think he is, so they both should be. Talking about unfair advantage. Honestly, Bouanga should be too. Past the post. Echenique takes a shot and it goes around the mouth of goal and past the post. Of course they did. Of course they did. I was taking the piss out of his comment. That's what I was doing. I don't think it's unfair. It's a good thing he's here. It's a good thing Son's here. I was taking the piss out of his comment. While also saying right now I think Son's the better player. So if you want to ban Messi, you got to ban Son too. But I was taking the piss out of his comment. I disagree. I think it's a good thing they're here, both of them. But I think right now, in this moment, on form, Son is the better player. I didn't say Son was the GOAT. I said he's the better player right now on form. And I think if they were both in Europe, he'd still be the better player. I think they both could still play in Europe. I still think Son would be the better performing player. If Messi's making the MLS look easy, Son's making it look easier. I know he lost last night. His team lost last night, but since he should have scored, I think Son's been more these past months has been more dynamic. Messi still has his moments. I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm not saying he's fallen off heavily, but Son came to MLS too early. And that's what I'm saying. I think Human Son came to MLS too early. I think he did. I don't know why he left Europe watching him play here. I don't. I mean, LA's LA, but I don't understand why he left Europe. I don't know why Tottenham let him go. He still could be playing well for Tottenham to this day. I'm talking about right now, not the GOAT. I'm talking Son right now. In November of 2025, has been on better form than Messi. Ever since Son came to MLS, Son has been the better player in this league than Messi, form-wise. That's so for the past 4 months. Allende, back heel. You really should have taken the shot. Why did he do that? Allende should have taken the shot. Why did he back heel it? That was stupid. I'm saying since August, Son has been the better player on form. Since August. That's all I'm saying. It's only a 4-month comparison. I know it's a team sport. I know his team lost on penalties and he missed the penalty, but I'm talking about since he's came here, he's been automatic goal per game. Automatic goal per game, assist. He's kind of outgunned Bouanga as well. I know, when Messi came here, he scored in every Leagues Cup game. I think he even scored in the Open Cup game as well. So, either way. Messi's been here for 2.5 years. Son's just been here for 4 months. But Son is still completely younger than Messi. By 4 years? 6 years? Son's still in his prime. Messi was at the tail end of his. And that's a save. Baltazar Rodriguez with a shot, and it's saved by Celentano. That could have been 2. That's going to be cleared. Man, that could have been 2. Baltazar Rodriguez right back. I hate they're changing the format. Messi, but he played the full season. Here comes Messi. He's onside. Shot, and he puts it wide. Messi put it wide. See if the flag went up. No, it did not. Oh, no. Oh, no. Miami smells blood in the water, but they've missed a couple of good chances. Wide goal kick for Cincinnati. Messi played the full season. Exactly. Unless Messi gets hurt. Because again, for some reason, Suarez turns back the clock when Messi ain't playing. I don't know what it is, but he does. 0-1, 0-1. That was you can't miss one of those. Either Miami's going to score very soon and get the goal from a less good opportunity. But even that Allende back heel, that was a really good, and the Baltazar shot, those were really good opportunities. At some point, they're either going to allow a goal and have the game tied and get bit in the ass, or score anyway. .95 XG. I did not see that, no. I did not see that, Moro. 29th minute. I've seen more of the celebration from Haiti and Curacao, to be honest. I've also seen Jamaican fans crash out completely. Rightfully so. Rudolph Speed is coaching the Reggae Boys now. He gave himself the job. Oh, Lord. Free kick for Miami. Man, the Reggae Boys got their problems. Let's just be real. They got some problems, kids. Playing forward. Playing forward. Cross in. Saved by Celentano, 30th minute. Playing forward. .31st minute. Miami, I think, has been the better team so far this whole game. And the Patriots are the number 1 seed, the AFC. Oh, no. Excuse me. Playing forward. Miami on the ball. Thirty-third minute. Cincinnati on the ball. 0-1, 0-1. Falcon kicks the ball away. It's out for a throw-in for Cincinnati. 33rd minute. What's the score? 0-1, 0-1 Miami. 34th minute. Miami has the lead. Messi scored a header. Echenique. Oh. That'll be able to be cleared. Weingart clears. Habs got another former Columbus Blue Jackets St. Louis player. Oh, Texier did play for the Blues. Holy sh! That's why that name was familiar. Played for the Blues. There we go. Okay. That's why that name sounded familiar. More familiar than others because he played for the Blues. Okay, there we go. Messi scored the goal. You're not listening to my point. Messi still could play in Europe, but he's definitely getting past his prime. Son is still in his prime. There's a difference. And Son's going to be in his prime for a while. Shit. Human Son might quickly run up the leaderboards in MLS. You want to see somebody who beats Vela's record, it's going to be him. Because Son's still in his prime, and he will be for like 3 or 4 more seasons. And be here for 6 or 7 years and still have a superstar level performance when he's out of his prime. So that's like 3 or 4 years from now. So unless he retires playing in frickin' Korea, I don't see that happening though. Playing forwards Miami. That is going to be no foul. 36th minute. I think if they were both the same age, they'd be even. Messi might be slightly better. if they were both the same age in MLS, I think they'd be right next to each other. Messi slightly better. So. Playing forward, Echenique loses the ball. Oh. Well, yeah, no, he's still younger than Messi. 28 to 35, 36, I would say is prime. 26, 36, yeah. Well, he still was prime for like 3 seasons. Are you excited to see Miami's new stadium? Yeah. I want to see how good it actually is. I'm sure it'll look better than Fort Lauderdale, I'm sure. 38th minute. Miami's had a really good defensive game, weirdly enough. I'm honestly kind of shocked. I think Miami's been amazing defensively. Echenique has absolutely been threatening Miami, and he's been able, well, besides the ball across the face of goal, hasn't exactly really gotten close. I think Miami's been amazing defensively tonight. I think they have, weirdly enough. I'm surprised. I'm surprised Miami's been this good defensively. Baltazar Rodriguez kicks it. Echenique. Ugh. 39th minute. Luca Orellano's on the bench. So Luca Orellano got benched by Echenique, I'm guessing. Which, you know what? Fair. You know what? That's fair. I thought Luca Orellano was amazing. Echenique might be better. They're both absolute pests with the way they play. And I say that, and again, when I call a player a pest, it's normally a positive connotation when I say a player is a pest. They play like a pest. I normally... Ooh, what goes well with chili and you can't say crackers? Fries. Fries. I mean, chili cheese fries. Duh. Fries. Fries and cheese. No, Cincinnati, not spaghetti. No. No. Que schifo. Que schifo. Rice. If you're going to do chili and not do crackers and fries, you got to do rice. It's not spaghetti. No. No. And honestly, can you even call it chili at Skyline chili? But again, no, rice. You going to do a grain, it better be rice. Do a dirty rice. Like New Orleans. Like Nolans. You got to do a dirty rice. Or, well, the Delta. I'm from the Delta. I know my shit. Hot tamales and chili don't sound too bad either. I won't lie. Actually, I've never tried that. I've never tried it, but that don't sound too bad. I gotta say. hot tamales, and chili. That don't sound too bad, actually. If you don't know, the Delta is very much known for hot tamales. The Mississippi Delta is known for hot tamales. Like the Mexican tamales. Like Mexican tamales. Yes. But also Mississippi Delta tamales, which are like Mexican tamales. But either way, look it up. It's true. It's true. The Mississippi Delta is known for tamale recipes and tamales being popular in that region. It's known. It's known for that. So, yeah. But chili and Delta tamales, that don't sound too bad to me. That don't sound too bad to me. Either you can pour the chili on it or dip it in there. Whatever you want to do. 0-1, 43rd minute. But other than that, rice, chili and rice. It's not spaghetti, damn it. No. You asked the question because they're playing Cincinnati, didn't you? Or is it just ironic that you did? Rice, fries, chili cheese fries, and cheese. But so, damn, you almost scored. You've like that. We could say that like 30 times today. Mostly for Miami, but Miami actually, I think their defense has been amazing today. Well, better than I expected. Low bar, I know. Low bar to clear, I know. I thought Miami's defenses looked amazing today so far. They've looked like the better team offensively as well, and they honestly should be winning by more. But I think defensively, they've absolutely done amazingly. I know, shocking. Playing forward, Miami. Alba with a cross that's blocked out for a corner. Into the final minute of the first half before stoppage time. I think Miami's certainly been the better team. Yeah. True. Couldn't really tell against Nashville because it's Nashville, and Cincy to a lesser extent. I mean, them holding Cincy back is a pretty damn good sign. But Cincy are also bottle jobs as well. But I don't think Philly is that much better than Cincy, so it wouldn't shock me if this, I don't know. Vancouver versus Miami, though? That'll be interesting to watch. 45th minute, 3 minutes of stoppage time. Free kick for Cincinnati. If it was Vancouver versus Miami in the MLS Cup final, I'm interested to see how that goes. Because Vancouver beat Miami twice earlier this year in the Champions Cup. I'm interested to see how that looks, per se. Let's see if they played them in the regular season. 4 straight matches against the same team. Oh, MLS, you are such a weird freaking league. Jesus Christ, saved. Champions Cup, Champions Cup. Yep, Champions Cup. Playing forward. It's out for a corner, 47th minute. You play all kinds of teams every postseason, the defensive team, the offense-heavy team, and a balanced team. Well, you played Nashville, defensive, Cincinnati, offense-heavy, and Philly or New York would be the balanced team. And I think if you played Vancouver, if you played San Diego, that would be another offense-heavy team. If you played Minnesota, that would be more balanced. If you played Vancouver, I think it's in between offense-heavy and balanced, but I think it tips a little bit more offense. I wouldn't say they're 100% balanced. I think it tips a little bit to offense, but less so than San Diego or Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati, I think Philly presses well, but I think they're more balanced because of it. So, and I think NYCFC is a balanced team as well. Probably more defensive now that they lost Alonso Martinez, but we'll talk about that when we get there. I don't think they beat Philly. I didn't think they would before the injuries. Really, Baltazar Rodriguez. That's going to be a free kick the other way, 48th minute. Yeah, that's a fair call. Like, for me, before the injury of Alonso Martinez, I still think Philly was going to win, but I certainly don't think Philly's going to lose now. Like, losing Pereira was one thing. Losing Alonso Martinez is a whole nother. That's halftime. 0-1, 0-1, Miami, medio tiempo. 0-1 at the half. Miami leads. Messi in the 19th minute. Miami are 45 minutes away from going to the conference finals. And then possibly another 90 minutes away from hosting if New York City FC could pull the upset, which would be absolutely crazy if they did. Karma, maybe, but absolutely crazy. Ernst Tanner. Karma. Yeah. Either way. 0-1 at the half. 0-1 medio tiempo. We'll take a short break at the half. Talk about the stats. Get this one going. Sit tight. Be back. Miami leads. Halftime. Medio tiempo. 0-1. 0-1. back for the stats of the half. Yep. So if you all want to check that out, check that out. Should be a good one. Should be a good one. Stats of the half, we got 49% possession to 51% possession, 6 shots to 7, 2 shots on goal to 2. We have 238 accurate passes, 89% to 241, 85%. We have 3 fails to 5, 2 corners to 2, 6 shots to 7, 2 shots on goal to 2. We have 268 passes to 282 passes, 89% pass accuracy to 85. We have 9 throws to 7. We have 1 offside to 0, 0 yellows to 0, 0 reds to 0. I think Miami's the better team. I think Miami's been amazing defensively for the first half. I think they've done what they had to defensively. I think Cincinnati, they've had a couple of chances. Echenique has really burned past Miami at times, but they haven't scored. I think Miami is having one of their better performances in a big game, so to speak. I think when it comes to playing a big game, I think Miami's having one of their better performances. So MLS on Apple TV without season pass, I guess, next year. So the Apple TV subscription is the only one you need. And if you love Formula One, same with Formula One. You have an Apple TV subscription, you'll be able to watch Formula One in the United States. Also, you will get a free Formula One TV premium subscription with that Apple TV subscription. So if you want to watch old races, you could do that. If you want to watch other Formula One content, you could do that. I think the sessions will be on Apple TV, though, no matter what, of the new races, the new Grand Prix, starting from next season. But if you want to watch the old stuff, seems like you can. They won't move it to Apple TV completely, though. Philly NYCFC at 6:45. Score prediction, I had Miami winning 2-1. 2-1 Miami. Right now, we're close to that. And there's still MLB games on Friday nights on Apple TV as well, so that'll be awesome. I'm sure there'll be some 10s. And the Steelers have lost first place in the AFC North. Damn it, damn it, damn it. What do you know? The Steelers are choking again. Which crumble desserts am I excited for? Looking at them, for me, I'm The brookie pie sounds amazing. The cookie brownie pie, that sounds amazing to me. The Reese's Oreo chocolate peanut butter pie sounds pretty good too. But it's in between those two for me. The brookie pie and the chocolate peanut butter pie. Why do people like Cristiano more than Messi? My follow-up question is if they like Cristiano more than Messi because he's humble. That's not right, because why did he go to Saudi? I think it is Cristiano has charisma. That's pretty much what you said. Messi wows people with the way he plays football. Messi's a very humble man, a very soft-spoken man. And that could be a disaster for you with a fan base as well. I mean, look at Oscar Piastri. I hate Oscar Piastri because of his fan base. Oscar Piastri doesn't even seem like that bad of a guy, right? But I hate his fan base because they're loudmouth jackasses that hate Lando so much. He deserves to lose because of his shitty fan base. Messi doesn't exactly have that, but I'm just saying it can be a curse. I'm just saying it can be a curse. I'm just saying it can be a curse. But no, Cristiano has charisma. As the kids would say, Cristiano has the riz. Messi does not. Messi rizzes people with the way he plays football. Cristiano rizzes people by the way he talks and the way he acts. And yeah, no, Cristiano sold out and went to Saudi. I can't defend that but hey, when people give you a lot of money and you still want your career to go on and you get a lot of money and you could pocket money that could change like 5 generations of your family, it's hard not to say no to it. Unless you're John Cena. Because John Cena said no to Saudi. Honestly, I respect it. I mean, John's a freaking... Like, he's not perfect, but he's a saint. I love John. I do. John Cena is a saint in my book. He's not perfect, but he's damn close. And he has his values, and he won't compromise them. And I completely respect that. That's why I hate people trying to act like John when they don't have that same soul. Cody! Cody. My bad. Roger should have been a Viking at this point, maybe. And we're off in the second half. 0-1. Settle uno. Miami still leads. No, I did not. I know Arsenal won 4-1, though, but I didn't watch the game. Well, yeah, Messi also said no to the Saudi money. Yeah, but So, yeah, he has his morals as well. But I don't think Messi... I just wanted an excuse to basically glaze John Cena. That's all I was doing, really. That's all I was doing, really. I'll be real. That's my guy. That's my GOAT. I don't care. You give me a chance, I will glaze John Cena. That's just what I'll do. I know phrasing. I know. I'll give him respect. I'll give him his props. How about that if you want the actual term? Hell, I'm uncomfortable saying glaze, but either way, I just wanted to give John Cena props. I just wanted to give him love, that's all. But yeah, no, Messi has his morals too. He didn't, I mean, MLS gave him a lot of money too, but not what the Saudis would have given him. But Messi already had enough money. He didn't have to take it. Just like John didn't have to take it. I don't know how much John's been paid comparatively. Probably not as much as Messi from Barca and PSG. Probably not. I didn't say he was far off, but, you know. I'm sure doing a Saudi show in WWE would be more money, or would have been more of a percentage than what Messi would have got. Either way. Yeah, I still think Philly's going to win, but we'll watch that in a couple of hours. Well, less than an hour. A little bit over an hour. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Well, it's in Philly, though. Well, it doesn't take long to get to Philly from New York. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. I wouldn't say a lot, but also wouldn't be surprised if I saw Jalen Hurts jerseys in the crowd. Hopefully. You know what? I want to see a Cooper DeJean jersey. I want to see a Cooper DeJean jersey or a Jason Kelce jersey in the crowd in Philly. I know I'm probably going to see Jalen Hurts jerseys. I want to see a Jason Kelce jersey or Cooper DeJean. We all do on this channel. We all do. I think Cody is a freaking absolute politician snake. He's taken all the best traits of John and his father and all that to try to be the best face of the company, but he's just a snake who should be a heel. I don't understand why these idiotic fans are cheering Cody now when John Cena got 50-50'd in 2005. Cody is nowhere near as entertaining as that John Cena. And Cody's getting 100% cheers? Or at least, at best, 80%? Because, I mean, there were people who were still cheering John over Cody in the arena. I never was in the arena during that feud because it was mostly in Europe at that point. But Cody's a damn snake. Okay, good. Well, I think okay, that's John didn't want an international incident. Okay? He did commit a faux pas when it came to China, and he was living in China at the time for a movie. And of course, he learned Mandarin to help promote the WWE in China. And then all that. He called Taiwan a country. I don't blame him for apologizing, even though Taiwan is a country. I don't give a crap about China, okay? I ain't never gonna learn the Mandarin language. I'm not going to frickin' live in China. I could say what the hell I want. If there's an Asian language that I'm gonna learn, it's gonna be well, I wouldn't say I have learned it, but fully. If I got fluent, it would be Japanese. If there was a country I'd live in, it would be Japan. So, again, I don't have to worry about this Chinese culture shit that John screwed up with. But I mean, he didn't want an international incident. I don't blame him. He said the wrong thing, and he had to do what he had to do. Again, I didn't say he was perfect. I do disagree with the fact he apologized because Taiwan is a country, but I understand why he did it. Noah Allen saved the game? No. I'm watching that, and the last time is now on my own time. as in Saturday night's main event. Was Cody supposed to be turning heel? The problem with him is he doesn't want to turn. He said the reason why John turned is because Cody, Rock still has an axe to grind against Cody. I have problems with both guys. I think Cody's an absolute snake. I think Cody is nowhere near John Cena because that's where he wants to be. I feel like Cody is completely astroturfed, but it is what it is. I have my problems with Rock. He ruined everything this year because he had an axe to grind with Cody. He wants to make Cody look like an idiot because people cheered Cody and took Rock's match away from Rock because Rock wanted to wrestle his cousin. And Rock still can't get over the fact that people chose Cody over him. So Rock comes in and tries to make Cody turn heel to make him look like an idiot because Cody, even in AEW, has always been on the side of, I don't want to turn heel. And people were like, dude, you should turn heel in AEW. Then he leaves. He gets cheered like a face in WWE, gets his push, and people cheer him. So he gets what he wants. He still doesn't want to turn for some weird reason because he thinks he's supposed to be the face of the company. So he says no. So they go to John. And they turn John heel to align with a Rock, and then Rock disappears as soon as that's over with. Rock never shows up again. So they have to retcon the fact that John sold his soul. But no, Travis Scott still shows up at WrestleMania, though, which, who wanted to see that? Like, who cares? Who cares? So the heel turn was completely stupid because the reason it happened was gone. Rock wanted to derail everything, and he couldn't ruin Cody, so he turned John heel and then made him have to do a stupid, I want to ruin wrestling. I'm the last real champion heel turn. And I still rooted for John, but I'm like, are we really doing this? Is this what we're doing? 55th minute. I'm sure the heel turn would have been better if Rock stuck around to be his heater, be the final boss. But no, Rock walked away because all he wanted to do was make Cody look like an idiot because he has an axe to grind with him. So I have my problems with both guys, really. And John's going to do whatever they tell him to do. That's who John is. That's who he is. John's the company man. Of course, when they told him to turn, he said, I'll do it. Because that's, even if he thought it was a bad idea, because that's just John Cena for you. He's going to do what they tell him to do. LAFC going out yesterday was wild. I don't know what the hell. He was only there for one season and got smacked out by Vancouver. Okay. I don't know what the hell. Twelman's just, I don't know what the hell. I don't know what the hell he's on right now. Twelman being Twelman, I guess. I agree. I don't want Gunther to be John Cena's last opponent. And I really don't want it to be Jey Uso either, because we all know damn well the final of the tournament's going to be Jey Uso versus Gunther. Who wants that? Either of them to be John Cena's last opponent. Not me. I want it to be Joe Hendry. Like, I thought Joe Hendry was going to be the guest or the secret opponent on Monday night. Zack Ryder coming back was pretty cool. But I wanted it to be Joe Hendry. That's a shot and goal for Miami, and Silvetti scores, makes it 2-0. What a shot. 0-2 Salvador. Silvetti doubles the lead. What a shot. 57 minutes. A curler and a banger of a shot for Miami, and that should do it. Unless they pull a Vancouver. So, I don't think Hunter has his problems as a booker, but I don't think the Cena run was his fault. He had to work with what he was given. I think The Rock is in a freaking pissing contest with him as well, with Triple H. So the things that Rock ruins, Triple H has to try to fix. So do that what you will. I mean, there are problems, but the Suarez replacement scores. I'm glad to see he did, yeah. That menace to society is gone, thank God. Vince Russo said on a podcast the reason Triple H is messed up this WWE era is because of ego and narcissistic. Well, The Rock is also egotistical and narcissistic, so Oriano's on for Angle for Cincinnati. Do that what you will. Follow the storyline until next year. Who goes after that is CM Punk. I just want Sami Zayn to be the world champion next year. And I have ESPN Unlimited for free now through YouTube TV, so when Sami Zayn wins the Rumble, I'll be able to see it. And then when Sami Zayn wins the world title, I'm going to be able to see it. After that, I'll be happy. I just want Sami Zayn to be the world champion. One of them. Yeah, I mean, the heel turn itself was amazing. What came after it was stupid. The heel turn on the night was amazing. The payoff was horrible. The payoff was just... If I didn't love John so much, I would have been booing his ass. I accepted it because it was John Cena. If anybody else was doing that dumbass shit, I'd have been booing him. Let's be real. I only accepted the heel turn because it was John Cena. And he somewhat made it work. Somewhat. He somewhat made it work. I don't know if anybody else. He somewhat made it work. All about his legacy, making the main roster out to be NXT Black and Gold. It's pathetic and the ratings show. Well, shit, I'd be happier if it was NXT Black and Gold because I loved it. AKA, if Sami Zayn was the world champion, I'd be very happy. Besides, Punk and Cena had nothing to do with NXT Black and Gold. Well, most of the time. I mean, Punk showed up a couple of times. Cena only showed up like once. That was before it was on the network. Either way. Miami 2. Suarez replacement scores. That might do it. I don't want to see it be Gunther. He just knows wrestling matches. He can't book stories to save his life. Well, okay. But what about Adrian Neville versus Sami Zayn in 2014? What about Sami Zayn chasing the NXT Championship in 2014? That was a good story. Here comes Allende. Allende scores. It's 3-0 Miami. 3-0. 0-3 Miami. Tadeo Allende with a run, and he puts it away. That's going to do it. Yeah, but what about Sami Zayn chasing the NXT title in 2014? That was a good story. What about Gargano versus Ciampa? That was a good story. Honestly, I'm drawing a blank after that. I'm drawing a blank. The bloodline was Vince, and he basically carried that on. Like the second half of the bloodline storyline. Honestly, Roman, Paul, and Sammy basically carried all that themselves at this point. And by that I mean Paul Heyman. Yeah, okay, that's about it. Yeah, I can't remember any other NXT storylines. I can't. Yeah, it was really just building up the matches like a normal match and then having the awesome match on a takeover. Holy shit, you're right. Those takeovers were amazing, though. Those takeovers were freaking amazing, though. But besides Sammy and Gargano and Ciampa, you're right. I see the problem now. The matches aren't as good. I see the problem now. I get it now. NXT takeovers were 4 and 5 star matches the whole damn show. The pay-per-views now do not have those. Every match is at least a 4-star matches. There are some very shitty matches on the current pay-per-views. I think I see the problem. Now. Because all those NXT Black and Gold matches, those takeover matches, and even some weekly TV matches when it was awesome, those matches were awesome, though. Those matches were awesome. Now you don't really... like, all those takeover cards were like at least 5 4-star matches, if not more. A couple of 5-star matches in there. I mean, come on. Like, look back at some of those takeover cards. I mean, seriously. I mean, hell, NXT has a Vault channel on YouTube. You can look through as many takeovers as you want. I mean, shit, I might go back. Either way, I think I see the problem. No. They say he's going to win in Saudi. They say he's going to win the Rumble in Saudi, so a checkmate. Yuya Kubo coming on for Cincinnati, 66 minute. Messi tied the record for goals, assists, playoff run. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Didn't take much, didn't it? Yeah, Brock Lesnar being on a Survivor Series team is crazy. I want to see Brock destroy everybody. I mean, everybody on both teams. Like, Brock just gets tired of the shit and he just destroys everybody and walks out. That'd be a good finish. Oh, wait, yeah, because if you walk out, if you walk out or climb out, you get your team disqualified. Like, Brock just has enough and just German suplexes the shit out of everybody. That'd be a good finish. Like, why is Brock part of a team? Like, that just, no. Well, hold on, let's not get too hasty. I mean, you're not wrong, but I'm just saying that at least if the pay-per-views that Triple H was booking, like the TakeOver era, if his WWE main roster pay-per-views were like 5 matches that were at least 4 stars and maybe a couple of 5-star matches, you know, you could accept it, not having the stories. That's like the big difference between now and Black and Gold NXT. NXT had amazing TV matches as well, but their takeovers were 5 pay-per-view matches of at least 4 stars and maybe a couple of 5-star matches in there. There was never a letdown. Well, no, Asuka carried Nia Jax pretty well, actually. I won't lie. She actually did. So, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But I guess that's the difference. Maybe the story's the 4 horsewomen. Okay, yeah, fair enough. The Sasha Banks story against Charlotte, and then Becky Lynch being the underdog, and Bayley's story, yeah. Okay, yeah. The women's division had a little bit more story during the black and gold era, I would say. Arguably, the early part of it was better as well. But just like NXT now, weirdly. That's kind of an NXT thing if you really want to say it. I mean, the women's division being the best part of NXT is sort of normal. That's kind of its thing. It's kind of its thing. So I am glad. I am glad that the NXT women's division is amazing. Probably one of the best women's divisions in the world. Has been for about a couple of years. That was like the one thing that made 2.0 standable, and, either way. "3-0 Miami." Messi's 4 goals away from 900. Yep. Told you I trusted Miami more. More non-penalty goals than Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi does. That doesn't surprise me. Costa got this team farther than Evander did. Damn, and Acosta was a freaking diva. Messi bodyguard still banned. His actual bodyguard, I think so. DePaul, no. That's true. Because Paul Heyman, yeah, he's on Paul's team. Yeah, exactly. I still think Vancouver is a good shot. The wrestling's not enough. Yeah, but I'm going to be honest. If you asked me, if you told me you could pick watching a wrestling promotion with amazing charisma and amazing stories, but absolutely dog shit matches, or amazing matches with people who have no charisma and the promos are barely there, I'd prefer the amazing matches. I prefer the amazing matches, but that's just me. I'm more, I guess. I guess I'm a work rate mark. I don't know. I was always a fan of New Japan when New Japan was starting to get over, and then it got over big. I don't think the work rate's that good on AEW. Checkmate. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think they're playing Tony Khan for a fool. There's the difference. I don't think the work rate is like that amazing over there. Okada is looking like legitimately, like Okada at AEW is just sad. It's just sad. Like, he's having fun, but he's not the same Okada we know and love from New Japan. So, I loved PWG. Well, what say you about PWG? I loved PWG. I loved Evolve when Sapolsky still ran it. I loved Ring of Honor when it was still Kerry Silken and the Sinclair era of Ring of Honor. I love New Japan. I loved Black and Gold NXT. I love the takeovers. I love the Mae Young Classic. I love the Cruiserweight Classic. I love 205 Live when it was actually about the Cruiserweights. I loved 205 Live. I loved All Japan. I loved old All Japan. I loved Tenryu matches. I loved Misawa matches. Messi past the post. I love Misawa matches. I love Kenta Kobashi matches. I love old New Japan matches. I love old Memphis matches. I love old WCW, NWA, Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, AWA, Vern Gagne promotion matches. I love those. I love watching good matches. I love watching good in-ring work. So you want to call me a work rate mark? Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Allende, going. Shot, and it's 4. It's 4-0. 0-4. Like, for me, charisma is natural. Like, I could not explain, and here's why I say that. I could not explain how to cut a promo. I cannot explain to you how to be charismatic. I feel like charisma and promo ability is natural. I have it. I'll toot my own horn. I have it. Okay? I have it. That's not I can't teach it because I have it. It's natural. I like more of the in-ring psychology and work rate because, well, one, you can study that, and two, I feel like that's what, like, yeah, you can get asses in seats with charisma and storyline, but you pay off with a match. That's the way I see it. You pay off with a match. Storyline matters, yes. I agree. Charisma matters, but you pay off with a match. So even if you have the best storyline, a absolute 10 out of 10 feud and promos and segments, if the match is a 1-star match, what's it worth? Like, what's it worth? I don't seem to. Why didn't Cincy go after? I guess they want to play clean. Aviles is on, Allen's off. I think Vancouver's still better than San Diego, but either way. I think she's lost her mind. I think she's a self-mark, and she's lost her mind. Yet another Messi assist. But either way. But that's what I'm going to stand on. I mean, I think NYCFC will pull an upset, says Danny. No, I don't see that because here's the problem. I think them losing Alonso Martinez is too big of a loss. Pereira was a bad loss already. Now you lose your starting striker, that's going to be something. I'd be shocked if they did. I thought Philly was going to win before the Martinez injury because it happened during the international break. But again, is Miami winning a cup? They got a chance. They might. They might. I think if they play Vancouver, I still feel like Vancouver's going to win. But There's a reason why the Monday Night Wars was the true boom period of wrestling. Draws galore, fun storylines, great characters. Yeah, and I do think there was quality matches during those both companies. I think there were quality matches through both companies in that era. Even if they were a bit more showman-like, there were quality matches throughout that era. Mick Foley winning the WWE title. Yes, it was full of run-ins. It was full of storyline, but I thought that was a good match. I'm not saying every match has to be a straight-up one-on-one fest. I'm not saying that. There could be amazing 5-star matches with lots of run-ins and lots of trickery and lots of interference. There can be. And the Attitude Era and WCW at the time did at times show that. I thought Mick Foley winning the WWE World title for the first time was an amazing match. I think that's one of the best matches of all time. At least WWE-wise. At least WWE-wise. I think Sting had some amazing matches in WCW as the Crow Sting, like NWO Crow Sting. I think Sting had some amazing matches. I think Booker T, that final Nitro, his match there, amazing match. Ric Flair still had some amazing matches out there, WCW-wise. Goldberg. No. I mean, if that's if you like big guys just crushing people, if that's your thing, then yeah, Goldberg had some amazing matches. But Taker had amazing matches in the Attitude Era. Kane did. Rock, of course, did. Stone Cold and Rock, all their matches were amazing, I would say. Shane McMahon, some of the shit that he pulled, I have all the respect in the world for Shane. Some of the shit that he pulled, I respect him. Dude didn't have to go that hard. Shane never had to go that hard, but he did. You know, I have a lot of respect for Shane. He never had to go that hard. He never did. But Triple H had some pretty good matches during the Attitude Era. Even though you don't like his booking, he had some pretty good matches. I think Booker versus Triple H would have been an amazing match had Booker won the world title. But, you know, that was more Ruthless Aggression era anyway. Hogan versus Rock. That was an amazing match. Hogan versus Rock in Toronto. It was in Toronto. That was an amazing match. So, again, I mean, I agree. That's out for a goal kick. Well, Max Morales played the conference final then. Luan coming on for Miami. Yannick Bright coming on as well. Silvetti off for Bright. 81st minute. Loving this cup set. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a cup set. I've said Miami would win. I picked them to win. I said I trusted them more than Cincinnati. But again, as I said, I think there were some amazing matches in the Attitude Era. I believe that. Trust me, I have love for the Attitude Era. I really do. For somebody who wasn't even alive when it was happening, but or like at the tail end of it. I love the Attitude Era. I do. I wish we could have that back. At least the Ruthless Aggression Era, you know, some of that ilk. But thoughts on Pulisic? I mean, he's a solid player. He's a good player. That's about what I can say. Over the top, caught by Rios Novo. I've been to Chicago once in 2009. Live there? No, I don't want to live there. Go there because reasons, and then the Blue Jays are there, playing there. Whether it's South Side or North Side, sure. Think he's the best in CONCACAF? No, Pulisic's not the best player in CONCACAF. Playing forward, Miami. Will they get a fifth? They absolutely destroy. We think about Suriname versus Bolivia. I think Suriname wins. I think they win. Yes, it'll be at altitude because they're playing in Mexico, but it's not going to be anywhere near as crazy as El Alto. I think Suriname wins. I think they can sort of survive the altitude because they're a CONCACAF team, especially a Mexican altitude. I think Suriname is a better team on paper than Bolivia. I think Suriname beats Bolivia. And I think Jamaica beats. And I think Jamaica wins their first round tie as well against New Caledonia. And then, of course, Suriname probably loses the final. Jamaica, I say, wins their final. So Jamaica and Iraq to the World Cup. Avalanche wins over Chicago. 85th minute. Messi. Saved by Celentano. That's out for a goal kick. See what happens to San Diego FC. Do you think they have a chance to become the first team to win MLS in their expansion year? Didn't the Fire win it their expansion year? But either way, I feel like San Diego loses to Vancouver. I think San Diego wins tomorrow but loses to Vancouver. I think Vancouver goes to the MLS Cup final. I do. I didn't say I liked it, but I think they do. I think Vancouver makes the MLS Cup final. Now, the question is do they play? Before the playoffs, I had Vancouver, Philly, and I had Vancouver beating Philly in Philly. Could it be Vancouver, Miami, and Miami? Possible. I don't know where I would pick on that. I don't know if I'd stick to my MLS Cup champion prediction or go with Miami. I'm not sure, but no. Here comes Suarez. Shot. Oh, my God. That was horrible. Oh, my God, Suarez. Miami will give Philly a run for their money. I didn't say they couldn't. Because I think Jamaica, on paper, has just as good of a team, if not slightly better. I think Jamaica, with their talent and knowing they have a coach who might be a little bit more intuitive for their offense to click instead of Steve McLaren. That's a positive thing about Steve McLaren resigning, is their offense might be able to at least push forward a little bit more. I think they need their high-end talent to bail them out, but if they have a different interim coach, Rudolph Speed, who might let the offense bail them out, unlike Steve McLaren, the way they played. So I think the offense does bail them out when it comes to the Congo game. Of course, they're going to beat the shit out of New Caledonia. Of course they are. I'd be shocked if they didn't. We'll be live for it in March. Don't worry, by the way. We'll also be live for Italy's playoff matches. Oh, Lord. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. I think San Diego is going to beat Minnesota. Minnesota might. I'd say they have a better chance of an upset than NYCFC does. 89th minute, over the bar by Evander. Well, I mean, I'd say the Patriots, if Will Campbell just didn't get hurt. The Patriots may be the first seed and they may hold on to it, but Will Campbell getting hurt really hurts things. But if we do play the Broncos in New England, I'd rather play them in Foxborough than Denver. An AFC title game in Denver, I would lose my shit. Let's be honest, the Steelers won't even make the AFC title game. I don't think we have to worry about an AFC title game between the Patriots and Steelers, even though I'd love that. And then the losing person's team, the losing team of the person, they cheer for the opposite team in the Super Bowl. I don't think we have to worry about that at this point. I don't think we have to worry about that at this point. The Steelers are toast. I'm sorry. They're toast. They're absolutely cooked. They are absolutely cooked. Keep Suarez on the bench, put Segovia in next time. Hey, Silvetti was pretty good. I don't know if I could stand a freaking AFC title game in Denver again. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could do it. One more minute to go. 0-4 Miami. I didn't expect this ass kicking. I'll tell you that right now for free. I did not expect this game to be such an ass kicking. Shot save. Well, Tom Brady was never ready for Mile High. Let's be real. Let's be real. Tom Brady was never ready for Mile High. If there was one thing about Tom Brady that we could be honest about, is he was absolutely shit when he played in Denver. When Tom Brady played in Denver, he got his ass beat. Like, I'll be real about that. I will admit that. Tom Brady, when he played in Denver, he got his ass beat. Every time. Seconds to go. And this should be full time. 92 minutes. When will they blow the whistle? 0-4, 0-4. And it should be full time. And it is. Miami moves on to the Eastern Conference Final. If New York City FC wins, Miami will host the conference final next week. If Philly wins, they're going to Philadelphia. Miami moves on to the conference final, where they honestly should be at least. 0-4, 0-4. Miami moves on, and that's the first of 2 games today. With that being said, congratulations to Inter Miami. Felicidades, Miami. Commiserations to Cincinnati. Miami will move on, and we'll find out if they host or go on the road within the next 3.5 hours, maybe sooner. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlists. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour, or 6:40 Central, 7:40 Eastern, for Philadelphia Union versus NYCFC live, and then we'll review that game once it's over. Then, of course, we have the other Western game tomorrow at 9 Central, 10 Eastern. With that being said, I'll see you later. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace. Let's go.